And good morning. I'm back on the trail where I turned off for San Martino, and today I've decided to combine two stages of the trail. So I'll be walking to Barbarano Romano, a small village about 19 kilometres away. The day promises to be absolutely glorious, a little bit warm, 29 degrees, so let's get going and see how we do. So we've crossed the rim of the caldera and we're now starting the descent into a place called Libote, which is part of a small town called Vetralla. It should take me about 2 hours. It's a lovely path, very, very gentle, very easy to follow. So no great difficulties yet. We basically just descend for the next 4 or 5 kilometres, pretty much without a break. So we're just walking right along the ridge now. Just got the first views out to the west, ultimately where we'll be walking over the next couple of days. I can say with absolute certainty I'm the first person walking along the track today, judging by the number of spiders' webs that I'm walking through. Always a joy. As with the previous days, the path is very easy to follow. It's very well signposted, but I think today I've got to keep my wits about me a little bit more. Keep an eye out for the signs. They're obvious, but not obvious at the same time, if that makes any sense. As I'm walking through this beautiful woodland, it might be worth just talking a little bit about the name of the path itself, Trekking Tuscia. So Tuscia is the modern version of Etruria, which is the lands occupied by the Etruscans. So it's actually a very historical and ancient region. Tuscany is basically the core part of Etruria, and obviously you can see the link Tuscia, Tuscany, Etruscans, but they were obviously Etruscans living in what is now northern Lazio. So I'm walking through what would have been towards the southern end of the Etruscan lands, and that's where we get the name of the walk, Trekking Tuscia. Perfect little place to rest. Incredibly beautiful. Just had my first break. A rather beautiful little grotto with a small religious shrine that was in the middle of the woods. Absolutely beautiful. Took just 5 minutes, nothing too serious. And we're on our way again. The sun is starting to rise now. It's getting high enough to really come through the trees. So we're getting that beautiful sunlight filtering through, and we're also getting the start of the heat. As I said at the beginning, it's promising to be a warm one today. onto a more open road. We're probably only about 1 kilometre or so from Labotte, so getting into part of the path that's a bit more heavily used. I had one car pass me and another cyclist, but apart from that, today has been incredibly quiet. Just left Labotte/Vetralla, stopped at the supermarket, bought a sandwich for my lunch, had a coffee, set off again, walking along main roads, actually the main road through the town, and about 5 minutes after realised I had forgotten to pay, so I had to walk back, pay for the coffee, and then set off again. I've actually just missed the train as well, so I can go straight across. But here we are. A little bit of road walking now, hopefully not too far, and I know this road and it's not a particularly busy road, so we should be okay. Got myself some friends. As you can see, back onto gravel paths. And here we have them, my old friends, the hazelnut trees. So hazelnuts on one side and olives on the other. No shade at the hottest part of the day. Just what we wanted. Been walking about 2 or 3 kilometres now, completely without shade. We're also coming back into a wooded area. Going to find a place where I can have a bit of a sit down and a rest. I think after walking in the heat like this, I need to just give myself a little bit of time to recover. The path is a bit wobbly at the moment. To be honest, if I were not using a map and also GPS, I would have assumed that I'd gone off trail a little while back, but I haven't. I've just found the first mark in a while, the first blaze in a while, but we're just up and down, up and down. Good workout for the legs. Got rest and shade in a little picnic area just on the path. So I'm going to sit here, have my lunch, and then do the last sort of 40-45 minutes up to the end of today's walk. So the path is definitely getting a lot more atmospheric. This is really quite marvellous. It's a set of ancient rock tombs. I knew this was an archaeological area, but I didn't realise the path came this close. So the most incredible rock cut tombs. This is cut deep into the rock in a kind of tumulus form. Sort of, you can actually walk all the way around the whole thing. Just incredible, absolutely incredible. Last couple of kilometres now, walking on road, gravel paths, Just left the archaeological area behind. I actually spent a little bit of time in there. I did have a head torch this time, but the video's no good. But definitely recommend, if you are going to do this walk, that you bring a head torch and spend some time there. The last section that I went into was a huge tumulus circular structure with all of the tombs cut into the circumference and going into the centre. Absolutely amazing, absolutely fantastic, and well worth the time to explore. We just dropped down to a small stream. Now we've just gained back all the height that we lost, and we're in the final stretch up to the village. Probably half a kilometre away now. But the walk has ended in woodland, which is always a good thing. Just almost at the end, got a few more surprises. This is a rock cut path. I'll have a check, but could possibly be Etruscan, given all the Etruscan remains around here, and it is marvellous. The final climb up to the town. And into Barbarano Romano. End of today's walk. Successful walk and a welcome beer.